Hey everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. Let's take a look at McDonald's here. This is one where ever since they started serving fresh meat, it's been on a tear. We had this signal here from this triple squeeze. All right, I'll talk more about that in a second. Beautiful entry. And then we got the early warning that it was about to fire, so we added some more, and this thing keeps cruising and cruising and cruising, and it's just tapping right into our target. And so the question is there anything else interesting setting up? There's three. I actually like QLYS here. So you've got a weekly squeeze setting up, and you got that nice little triple strength happening. Again, I'll talk about that in a minute. Plus, you've got some action on the daily chart. So I definitely like that one. And then we've got Team. Another one that I like quite a bit. Yes, on the weekly chart is extended, but you'll notice it's trading sideways here, right? But here we've got a black and red dot squeeze, and it's giving the early warning that it's about to go. And now another one that's thinner, but I actually don't mind the thinner stocks. They actually tend to have more exaggerated movements. Obviously, on something like this, you just got to pick your position size and just assume your risk. But this is about to fire. Okay, we're $3 off the all-time highs, and you get something like this. We got the cross here, we got the RF buy, looking for a move to $220. All right. What about some of the other indexes? IWM here is one I'm keeping an eye on. It's had a nice pop with the China news, but since then has been lagging. It was down 0.6% today. And what I'm looking at here is you've got a weekly squeeze here that could end up triggering a short, much like what happened here. You can see that the momentum was coming down and kept going. So I'm watching this because this is the most advanced weekly squeeze that we've got going on in all the indexes right now. And in this case, IWM, along with transports, can be a leading indicator. All right. So let's kind of take a look at some of these signals in more detail. All right. So you may have seen me talking about the Squeeze Pro, which is the black dots. And basically the Squeeze Pro incorporates three different types of squeezes. You've got the normal squeeze, which we all know and love, and that's the red dots. And then you've got one that essentially gives you twice as many signals, and it is a hair more accurate. Okay, and you can, we got the stats for all of it as well, which is great. And what's nice about this for PayPal, like right now, like we had this nice red squeeze here. Well, guess what? Now we're getting a new Squeeze Pro. Okay, so it's giving us a signal, whereas the other one is not. One of the areas where I found that this is really critical is the indexes. I mean, as you guys know, so go the indexes, right? So goes like 85% of the stocks. So if there's a signal on the indexes, guess what? That's going to carry most of the stocks with it. So if you look at this weekly chart, we got a Squeeze Pro signal here. There was no red dots. A squeeze. Well, actually, let's take a look at this. Let's compare it apples to apples here. All right. So on a weekly chart here, so here is the squeeze, part of the Squeeze Pro, and then here's the old squeeze. Okay, and then with the Squeeze Pro, there's also a third one, but the Squeeze Pro combines all three into one. So you can see here, now 1-dot squeeze, I never even count those because I'd miss it. Here, plenty of time to set it up. 3-dot squeeze, not bad. Here you get a little bit more time to set it up. Down move here, no squeeze, new squeeze caught it. Okay, nice little pop there, new squeeze caught it, nothing here. Beautiful, beautiful move there, nothing from the old squeeze, right? This one gave you a nice time to tee it up, and yeah, the old squeeze came in towards the end. All right, beautiful squeeze there, boom, nothing, and another one setting up and nothing. So with the indexes here on that weekly time frame, again, because that weekly signal is going to move everything. It's going to impact your portfolio more than anything else. If we look at the daily chart, you can see here, same thing. We are getting nice sell signal here. Okay, and we got one with the new squeeze as well. Here you got a little bit more heads up. And you got a nice little pop here, nothing here. Beautiful, beautiful down move, nothing with the new squeeze. Great up move there, nothing with the old squeeze. Beautiful down move, nothing with the old squeeze. Beautiful up move, nothing with the old squeeze. All right, so that's the kind of stuff that's going on there. And this even works with something like, like Roku. This is a trade that we did today. And we were doing a day trade on this, so I was looking at a 30-minute chart. And on this, I could see that, today, we're sitting there and it's like this beautiful 30-minute squeeze setting up on the new squeeze. On the old squeeze, there's nothing, It's like throw us a bone, guys. It really had nothing on there. And because of this, I was able to, just kind of confidence on this one, was able to. Here, I'll bring this one up here. So on this one, and we'll see where it goes tomorrow. It looks like after hours, it's continuing to move here. But on this one, I was able to have the confidence to dive in a little bit bigger size, $6,200, and then see, we'll see where this one's going to go here. But that's kind of what I call those quick hits that are pretty awesome. But, no signal, no trade. Here we had an awesome signal. So the Squeeze Pro, what's nice about this, so here's the Squeeze Pro, is that it combines what I call the black dot squeeze with the normal squeeze, plus a third setting, which is rare, and it's orange. Okay, but when you see that, you got to pay attention to it, because it means that things have gotten super, super tight there. So, like right here, you had a really awesome squeeze move that, the old one was gone, but that was a beautiful move there. All right. Here you had a nice combination of all three. Pretty nice little move there. And by the way, what these are is an early warning saying, by the way, if you're thinking about getting into this, hurry up because the squeeze is about to fire, right? When you see the green dots, it's fitting to fire. It's fitting to go. And if you're not in it, you're going to miss it. All right. So it's kind of it's an early warning. And then you can see what's happening here. So that's kind of the whole idea of the Squeeze Pro. All right, so if you're interested in the Squeeze Pro, all you got to do is go to simplertrading.com/explosive. So no, it's not a medical condition. It is a tool, an improved tool. But that's kind of funny. For the new Squeeze Pro, so now for many of you, if you've already done the class, like we just did a class on this, so you've already got it. So this is kind of for folks that haven't done the class, but let me show you how to get this. So there's a couple different things here. So there is the Squeeze Pro. So there's a basic package here of $697. What does that include? The Squeeze Pro, which we talked about. There's also buy and sell signals. All right. So these are kind of arrows that let you know, heads up, this is a long. So what do I mean in case we didn't cover that? So like here's the squeeze, right? Okay, it's, get in. Here's the squeeze, get in. Here's the squeeze, there's your entry signal. So stuff like that too. So you can see that there's one right there. It also includes, so it includes that. So again, the 697 includes the Squeeze Pro, those buy and sell arrows, a live trading session for a couple hours so you can see how to use these tools live, okay? And then the indicator setup video, because, when you get something like this, it can be a little confusing at first, and that'll walk you through everything, all right? So if you're looking at this, this is what I recommend if you're like, wow, that looks awesome. So the question is what is the Pro and what's the Elite? The Pro includes that early in and out tool. And if you remember, that's the one where if you look at this, it'll say, hey, if you're not in this, guess what? It's getting ready to go. If you're not in it, you better buy it. So it's nice because literally it's telling you that the squeeze is about to fire. So if you're not in it, you want to get in it. And you kind of want to strap on for the ride. All right, and then the other one is the stats. And the stats are nice because you can look at this and say, okay, great. So for QLYS, it's had 53 squeezes. 31 have fired long, 22 have fired short. The average squeeze length is 9 bars. The current one is 7. Okay, guess what? It's probably going to fire off in 2 bars. The average post-squeeze run is 6 bars, with the longest being 16. But here's the key. The average post-squeeze move is $6.58 over 6 bars. That gives you a ton of information. And this is, you can do it on weekly charts, 5-minute charts, etc., etc. So I love that kind of stuff. All right, so just reviewing it again. So early in and out Pro for the $897, you get all this live trading plus the early in and out Pro. And then the Elite package includes the stats. Like I said, the stats are for people that really like to geek out on this. There is the Squeeze Pro stats tool, and you can see that's all included there. And then the live trading, which will be in 6 days, 18 hours, and 26 minutes, will take place on the 9th at 1 o'clock Central. And last but not least, if you're looking at this and going like, all right, man, that's kind of pricey. I get it. Everybody's trading different size accounts. There is a way to get this with nothing down and 6 months free interest. And that's if you do this with PayPal. Okay, so as you go to add this to your cart, there's a PayPal option. And as you look at it, it'll say, purchase in full or use PayPal credit or something like that. And then if you do that, you can do 0 down, and for 6 months, there's no interest. And you can pay as little or as much as you want. And at the end of six months, if you still hadn't paid it, it just kicks in an interest rate like a credit card. So it's a really nice way to do it because, you can get the stuff and start using it and use the signals, and in a perfect world, you could even, end up paying for it out of profits from the signals, which I know a couple of people have done from the Squeeze Pro class. So anyway, that's what that is. Really awesome stuff, and looking forward to seeing you guys on the live trading on the 7th, or on July 9th, and see you then.